Ibrahim Traoré has, bar none, become the symbol of nouveau sort of like African leadership and statesmanship and Pan-Africanism, to the extent that last week there were huge protests, right, out of the statements that were made by this American general, right? That's kind of problematic for me.
Yes.
Not because some of the things that are being said about him aren't true, but because we're not seeing the whole story.
Yes.
Right? Like, we're not seeing the whole story. Yeah. Who is he really if journalists can be sent to the front lines for criticism? Yeah. He is a person in charge of a country that for sure suffers from the same things that you're talking about. Huge import bill, no control over its exchequer, no control over its finances and its currency. A country that is besought by violence, right, that has been brought on by another Western conflict, right? So there are a lot of challenges that he is in charge of now trying to sort of like put together. And it might be an imperfect way in which he's doing it, but he's doing it much to the agreement of many African people. My problem is that it's not the whole story.
Yes. No. The one thing I would say to my fellow Africans, I call them my MFAs, when it comes to Traoré, when it comes to all of these Sahelian leaders, is two things can be true at the same time. And we have to reject these false binaries that tell us that one set of conditions can only exist at the exclusion of the other set of conditions. It is true that the neo-colonial legacy in Burkina Faso is very real, very present. Like you said, they have no control of the exchequer. It's one of those countries whereby the yogurt is imported, the tomato sauce is imported. It is, definitely. I've spent time in Burkina Faso, and yeah, that side of it is true. It is also true that the Burkinabe army under Traoré has massacred so many civilians, ordinary Africans who were just trying to put food on the table. It is also true that that journalists in Burkina Faso are in fear for their lives. It is also true that opposition politicians are being summarily arrested, detained for expressing dissent. Those two things are true. And if there was anything that I would want to impart to every single African, if I had the capacity to do it, it would be that you deserve to be led by people who love you. You deserve to be led by people who care whether you live or die. You deserve to not be stuck between these two false choices.